So hi Natalie, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
So thank you for coming to Interpersonal Therapy. And do you know anything about interpersonal therapy and how it actually works?
No.
Okay, so typically what happens is the way that you'll be using the therapist and the client's relationship that we build, and using that to kind of help your relationships outside of therapy.
Okay.
And so typically what happens is in our day-to-day lives, our positive relationships cause positive feelings, and vice versa, our negative relationships will cause negative feelings. So if you are ever feeling depressed or unhappy, it can typically be stemmed back to your relationships and whether you feel satisfied and happy in those relationships.
Okay.
And the way that this will work is that I will be giving you insight and feedback on how our relationship is doing as the therapist and the client, so that you can use the tools to kind of help you in your real life relationships and outside of therapy. Okay? All right, and let's see. Why don't we actually first start with, is there any relationship that you, in your life that you think that you'd like to improve upon?
My relationship with my teenage daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like we don't connect. I want to be close to her, and it's like she pushes away. She's very distant and argumentative, and sometimes she just completely avoids conversation just so that we don't argue. I'm just kind of lost with that. I'm not sure, if I should push her or, it's just frustrating.
Okay. So, you told me that your daughter, I would take it she's a teenager at this point?
Yes.
That makes sense. So you feel frustrated because she's pushing you away, and do you have a feeling why she's pushing you away?
I guess I keep saying it must be the age, maybe she's trying to find her identity. Maybe I'm not ready to let go, and I guess I need to maybe start accepting that I need to let go a little bit.
Yeah.
But she's always been a little more closed and distant, and I guess knowing that there's more stuff going on in her life, I want to know what's going on, and even though maybe it's not my business, I don't. So.
Okay, well, it feels like, your daughter is trying to go off and do her own thing, that you want to remain close with her, and it sounds like you feel like you're afraid of losing that close relationship with your daughter.
Mm-hmm. I guess I am afraid of that,
Yeah.
A couple years she'll go off to college, and, what if she doesn't want to phone home?
Yeah.
So, I want to make sure she's safe and making the right decisions.
Mm.
And if we're not close, who's she going to talk to? How do I know she's making good decisions?
Mm-hmm. So when you guys do talk, are you guys typically open with each other about conversation, and do you feel like she's able to come to you about a variety of topics, or?
I feel like I'm open to the doors there, and that I almost try to pry things out of her, but she just doesn't want to, give in. She just doesn't want to tell me anything.
I see.
She just kind of snaps and, goes to her room and spends all her time in her room. So.
Have you ever talked to her directly about how she relates to you?
I've tried, and she just basically says, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Mind your own business, basically.
I see. So you feel like there's no way to break through that wall?
Yeah, I'm just don't really know what to do. Should I push? Should I give her some space? I'm just really frustrated and nervous. It's just such a, influential age. I want to make sure she's doing the right things.
Yeah.
So I don't know where my part is in her life right now, because I just wish we were closer. I feel like we're splitting apart.
I see. Okay. Well, it sounds like you have a very complicated and close relationship with your daughter. And I understand that you love her very much. And so in therapy, what we're going to be doing is that we will help try and understand how our relationship can kind of help guide you through her relationship, and the way that you present yourself in different situations, social situations, and see if that can perhaps help you with her.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. What I want you to do is perhaps when you do try, I want you to actually directly talk to her and see if you can get through to her about opening up. And I want you to focus when you talk to her, not about coming at her directly and confronting her and be like, why aren't you not talking to me, but kind of coming slowly and more of an understanding way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it was nice seeing you, Natalie. I look forward to seeing you again.
You too. Thank you.
All right.